Hello guys, Hugo here, hope you're well. Welcome back to another P3D video. Today we are in the FlightSimLabs A321-200. No sharklets have not been released yet, so we're still on the wingtip variant, which we've been flying for a while, which is actually alright. I don't know why I made it sound like it's a bad thing, but we're still waiting on the sharklets. But before the sharklets come, we need to wait for the A319 update first. Anyway, so yeah, we're in the A321 with Lufthansa. We're currently at Tenerife South. This scenery is the brand new Desweki? That's not right. It is the digital design Tenerife South version 2. And this has very, very funky elevations. I think this is the first scenery, or add-on scenery, to fully adopt prepared V5's new custom elevation AVCADs. As you can see here, if you can really, it's kind of it's not a steep slope, but you can see there's a slope in the runway, and the same with the taxiways as well. And it's not a steady gradient. It's not like, oh, this one's at blah 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 altitude, then this one's at this altitude, and then there's a straight line in between. No, this one's like a, I think it's like a, I don't know, like a, I want to say upside down hill. I don't even know what an upside down arc shape is called, but a smiley face. I think yeah, the lowest altitude is like near the middle. But the whole runway, in fact, is actually below the whole apron as well. So the taxiways are also sloped. So this scenery is absolutely amazing. So for those of you who will still be flying on prepared when Microsoft Flight Simulator will release, which one of those people is me, in fact. I'm definitely going to be flying P3 a lot when Microsoft Flight Simulator comes out. Not just because I'm hating Microsoft Flight Simulator. There's just, I don't get the same feel. Because here I'm flying the FlightSimLabs, for example, and that is super detailed, and I can't fly that in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Like, the default Orbx A320 is, let's be honest, absolute rubbishness compared to the FlightSimLabs. So I'll definitely be flying P3D for a long time, until basically all my add-ons from P3D, like aircraft and airport scenery, are in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Only then I'll be using that sim, and only that sim. But for now, and still in the near future, we'll be using P3D. Microsoft Flight Simulator videos, though, I will be producing them, but not the same rate as P3D videos. Anyway, yeah, and also, like, AI and everything, they understand the slope, so they're going down the slope, this TUI A320, and it's really cool. And soon this TUI 73. So yeah, if you guys want to go and get the scenery, there will be a link in the description to the Sim Market page, and you can go and buy it today. Obviously got True Sky running, not two, True Sky running, lovely clouds, and well, there are the clouds, yes, but there aren't too many. It's not like it's overcast, and it's pretty nice. And there's them, actually, yeah, there's photoreal for the whole island, I'm pretty sure. It's pretty nice as well. So, let's get inside the cockpit, and let's get things set up. So let's get the external power on, and the batteries. Let's get the arrows as they're lined up, and let's get all the airs started up, and no smoking definitely on, and most exit lights armed. Yeah, a lot of people actually ask me, like, why in the Airbus do I fly FO, or first officer view? And the reason is, I just love this view in the Airbus. I like going through the flows, and just this view, I like it more than the captain's side. Or I don't know if that's just because I've got used to it now, that I'm just got used to this. Like, maybe if I go back to this view, that I'll get used to going to this view again. Right, OBS just crashed on me, I'm not too sure what that is. But yeah, so I'm using the TCA Airbus side stick on my right hand in the real world. So that's why I actually also tried out sitting in the right hand seat, and as I just said, I loved it, and I'm getting very used to it. And I am hopeful for my first airline to be EasyJet in the real world, as a pilot, a real world pilot. And obviously I'll be sat in the Airbus, and I'll be sat in the right hand seat, so I guess and be getting used to it, right? So, this is the new FlightSimLabs update. Well, it says an A320 update, but I don't know if this if it works with the A321. Maybe it's a whole system update. So it works with the A321 and 319. And that update means that when the absolute menu, you should be able to go and grab it from SimBrief. And I think it works the same. So I haven't outputted a file, and typically I would to get the init request. I'm just going to put in like call sign now. So we are at Lufthansa 81 Alpha, and the init request, no answer to request. Could it be the company route? If this doesn't work, then it must be just a 320 update. Let's see. So we're going out to Munich today. Yeah, not on database. So we're gonna go and get SimBrief up. Like so. And then we can go and get that over. So yeah, this is our call sign A1 Alpha, Tenerife to Munich. So let's put that like so. Awesome. Alright, so init request. There we are. So 320 cross index 30. And there we go to Munich from Tenerife South. Nice. Winds, we're going to request that. And Atsu AOC. And oh wait, was it the AOC? Ah, I think it is. I think that is what's synced. Ah, okay. Because it's got that. Okay. Yeah, this wouldn't normally shown up if I did it the normal way. So I think this is synced with SimBrief. Ah, okay. And OFP data, we can go and instant. We're going to clear off that send time departure. And we're going to go instant here, because I don't want to wait for 7.7 tons of fuel to load for video. Boarding though, we will go and board now, and we will let that take its time. So yeah, there's the fuel. And boarding requested, just go and enter that in. It should pop up the jetway menu. Yeah, confirm. Lovely. And we can go and double click the block fuel, because that is filled up. Nice. So we should have a message already. The tax time 14 minutes. It shouldn't be that long. Tenerife to Munich. And estimated off the blocks 11:45. Half an hour from now. We should be off the blocks quicker than that. And go to the flight plan page. We can see we're departing out runway 07 today. The winds, if we go to the weather notice, we can get the meta. And the wind right now is 70 at 24 knots. So it's really strong wind. Apparently there's no gusts, so it's just really strong wind. Clouds at 2,500, 26 degrees, QNH1018. So definitely 07 for departure. And we can just keep the SID in that we've got there before, which is the, what's that waypoint called? Vasto 7 Echo. Awesome. So let's go and put in QNH1018 in our CU here, and then there's a standby display, like so. And yeah, nice and hot, 26 degrees, nice. And here's the load sheet. We can go and accept that. It's only the prelim one, so that's fine. We won't have an estimated time of arrival and fuel on board and everything, because we haven't filled out the init 20 fueling page. Once we can do that, once we filled it in, when boarding is complete, all of the fuel on board and altitudes and speed and time and everything will get filled out accordingly. Let's go and get the DCDUs on. We're not flying on VATSIM today. One day I will fly on VATSIM in full flight video. I don't know why I don't do it. I'm literally flying it like when I'm like flying on VATSIM like easily when I'm not recording a full flight video. I think the only reason why I don't do it is because I've never done it. I just, you know, I can't change something different, right? That's just not who I am. Right, so VORs and 20 and airport data, in fact, and we go terrain on that ND. You can tell there is some terrain, but we're flying to Munich, so we don't have to worry about the terrain. As you can tell, we're just flying directly to the east there, and staying away from the big mountain volcano. I don't even know what. I've never been to Tenerife, so I have no idea if that's a volcano or a mountain. I could just go and Google that now, actually, but I won't. So GPS primary, that can go clear off. So yeah, that warning disappeared. And go back to the SU menu there. can tell there's an announcement going on. It may be very quiet for you guys because it's quiet because it's meant to have an announcement through the door because the door is unlocked. If I lock that door, the announcement will turn off and I don't hear. It should go back to normal. There we go. Yeah, so now that's locked. I don't hear the announcement. When it's unlocked, you can start hearing it again. I can hear some more environmental sounds from the passengers, but like I said, it might be kind of quiet for you guys because obviously I turned down the sim volume so you guys can hear me talk as loud as possible. Let's go and get VHF2 active, in fact, because click that correctly. Yeah, there we go. Because that is what we're going to be talking through. Well, we're not actually talking to anyone, but you know, good practice because I am on the right hand seat. So VHF2 for us is active. And we'll go and get, that's 2000, that's all good, that's a standby as well for the TCAS. So we're all good there. Initial climb clearance, we'll set ourselves 7,000 feet, and we can go and, if you get the nav light on, I haven't turned it on. Typically that would stay on, that shouldn't go off in cold and dark state, but whatever. Seatbelt signs can go on because the fuel's all on, and same with the pumps can go on also, like so. Awesome. Right. So we've got about 200 literally exactly 200 passengers coming on board. We may have a bit of deviation once we get the final load sheet coming through, but 200 passengers more or less on our flight today. Coming through the jetway. So the head's popping out, there we go. There's one there. Lovely. And yeah, so here is the baggage coming onto the aircraft. We've got the AKEs. I'm not too sure. I don't think it'll say because of, yeah, I won't have any images because of GSX. Used to run it in, yeah, AKE. GSX used to run DXX11 and now P3Dv5 uses DX12, so FSX, not FSX, GSX in fact, they can't really render anything, so or render any images. So yeah. That's why I don't have images in V5. Hopefully, FS Dream Team get a little move on. I don't know if they're going to drop P3D or something and say, yeah, we're not going to develop them for anymore. I never get my my lovely, you know, let's say EasyJet logos on my boarding or tug or anything. It's just going to be plain. That'd be really annoying if FS Dream Team decide to do that. But hopefully not. Fingers crossed. One day they'll bring out an update to get DX12 running in GSX. Hello, Mr. Van. Iberia. Lovely. There's a Ryanair over there. Got an EasyJet A320neo. Lovely, lovely. Portugal A320 or A319. What is it? Is that a one? Yep, that's a 319. And we got a TUI 787? No, 737-800. With the split scimitar movements. Ah, yes, that reminds me, 737. Something has gone toga. Things like EasyJet over there. Yeah, that reminds me. So, the PMDG 737 expansion cargo. Cargo inspection, in fact, not the other way around. Expansion cargo, that makes no sense. Cargo expansion has been released this morning at the time of making the video. I wanted to fly that for a full flight video, but I couldn't be asked to go and spend loads of time to see what flights I can do with the scenery I have. So, maybe next video we'll go and jump in the 737 cargo, and that'd be really fun. Or maybe, well, next P3D video. The next video after this may not be P3D. Hint, hint. So, yeah, next P3D video will definitely be a PMDG cargo vid, 737. That'd be really fun. And it's not just a livery that's changed. Like there's an actual cargo door and everything, and a GSX profile probably. So that all works, which will be amazing. So I can't wait to get in that and fly. TUI is pushing back. Dude, you know you can taxi out forward. Okie dokie. Enjoy your flight, sir. Wherever you're flying off to. Maybe I can check. Yeah, he's flying off to France. Basel Mulhouse. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I could have been wrong. Or Mulhouse. with a French accent. Yes, do not listen to me. That was a terrible accent. I know. Yes, he's flying off to France, and he's departing when he's here. So. Also, his altitude is 217 feet, and apparently, this aircraft over here, a Mirijet, I think is how you pronounce it, 767. It's a cargo, in fact. Apparently, its altitude is 224 feet. So a slope as well on the apron. I thought the apron was flat, but apparently not. Unless it's altitude is based on, like, you know, where the centre of the model is, and obviously the centre of the model of the 76 and the 73 is different because 767 is way bigger. That could be the reason, or if it actually is a slope on the apron. But yeah, you can tell when we get to the taxiway, we're going to go down a slope, which should be really cool. It's going to be so fun. Can't wait. So, looks like the last cargo pallet is going on in the after cargo section. And then we've got the last forward cargo pallet just about to get onto the aircraft now, which is good. And passengers are all on as well. And so all we need to wait for is the cargo. And then once those doors shut, we're going to get the load sheet from the... actually, I don't know what the guy is called. The engineer? I don't know. Whatever the guy that gives you the load sheet. He doesn't stay on the flight. He'll give you the load sheet, then he'll go away. And yeah, once that guy's come through, we'll get the load sheet and then we can get the pushback started. So, because we're almost ready to go, let's go get the APU started up. So it's just going to get the master switch turned on. We'll just wait for the APU flap to open, so then the APU has sufficient air to go and intake. So just waiting for the flap open. There we go, flap open, start up the APU. Awesome. There's the APU starting out. See, ETG's rising like a madman, and then just the one fan on the APU is, as you can tell, it's going up through the percentage until up to 100%. And once it's reached 100%, we can go and disconnect the external power. And once boarding is completed, we can get the beacon light on, just let the ground know that we're ready for push. Engine start. Awesome. So we go. We just reached the max altitude, max temperature, like 740 degrees, which is crazy. There we go. Boarding complete. So if we just go quickly to the door page. Okay, no, the cargo doors aren't shut yet, but they will soon. Okay. So AP generator is available, and 100%. And there we go. Now it's available. Lovely. So AP bleed on, external power off. Lovely. And park brake is set right. Yeah. Oh, it didn't lock that in the end. Let's just go and lock that like so. And there we are. So both cargo doors are shut now. And we're just waiting on our final load sheet. So, because boarding is complete, we can go and double click this. And we can go over to the performance request. And we can go and request our takeoff at a runway 07. So, in sections no, we'll go full length today. And we'll put in the winds, QNH, and temperature in. And then we can put the weight in as well, and our CG in, and we can go flap 1. We should be able to do flap 1. If not, we will do a flap 2. And if that doesn't work, then we'll go tow again. So that's on the receive messages page. That can go back to the performance page. You can see, actually, go to flight plan page. You can see our time en route, 4 hours 7, distance, and fuel on board. It's all filled out now. Awesome. So yeah, once the door's shut, we'll get the load sheet, and we can go and request pushback. We'll go and get the PA system on, so we can go and hear all the lovely FlightSimLabs features of the custom PAs and the safety briefings. So this is the custom Lufthansa one. Awesome. So the door's shut. We should be able to go and click into phone and back to VHF. That activates GSX. Might have been a bit too early. There we go. Lovely. So yes, I do want to press pushback. And there's the load sheet comes through. Lovely. So yeah, passengers are exactly 200. No, nothing extra. So that's good. And then the performance will be coming through after that. Awesome. Big light on. And once GSX gets all connected up, we'll turn off the external power, or disconnect it, and the chocks. So performance here we are. It looks to be good, so we're just going to double click that. So trim is up by 1.4, using flat 1. So 0.7 full length, we'll be using V1 143, rotate 154, V2 is 159, and our flex temp is 36. It's kind of a low flex temp. I haven't seen a flex temp that low in a long time. Typically I have at least 40, but today it's 36. So we are pushing it almost toga, or max thrust even. So this can go to perf page, this can go to flight plan page. Like so, transition to 6000, and we're going to nose left pushback today. Right, jetway is disconnected, beacon light on, external power disconnected, APU is on and running, and RSs have a line, so we're good to get the aircraft moving. So pushback. Let's go. Park brake released. Start the timer. Ignition start. Wait until the ignition valves are in the green and up to about 40 psi, like so. And we're going to start engine number 2. There we go. Engine number 2 start up, and there you go. There's the fan blades spinning. Awesome. These are IAE engines. They do take a bit longer than the CFMs to start up. It's a bit loud in my headphones. Let's turn it down a bit. But yeah, you can tell this is the custom Lufthansa safety briefing. It's currently in German, but soon the guys speak English, I hope. So TUI only not taken off yet, still at the runway. I think we'll taxi a bit faster than that TUI. Unless it's a different one. Nope, it's not a different one. And now its altitude is 199 feet. So if you remember earlier, its altitude was like 200 and something? 217 feet, I think it was. So it's gone down about 20 feet. So this digital design scenery is just amazing, and I can see myself flying to Tenerife like loads just because of the slopiness. So this is going to be really fun. So, engine started up, we've got the park brake set, and we can go set up number 1 now, because number 2 started up, and we can get the bleed from the APU to engine 1 now. Awesome. Unlocking gear. So, see N2's rising. It's just going to be hard to see in the recording. Zoom in a bit, or a lot even, in fact. You can see it's 23%. And once it gets to set in N2, I can't remember what the, there we go, I was about to say 25%, there we go, in 1, you can see it started to show. Awesome. So number 1, starting it, everything is going as it should. What would be nice to see from FlightSimLabs, I don't know how much happens in the A320, but engine shake, I don't know if, I can't remember if the engine shakes that much in the Airbus, but PMDG have done it, and now Captain Sim are doing it in 7.6, so it'd be really cool to see if FlightSimLabs does engine shake. Like the immersion there would be amazing. It may already have it, but like I said, it could be really, really minimal, so it doesn't really seem that much. But yeah. Alright, so engine number 1 started, generators available, and N2 is out the grey, so we're going to set that back to normal. And we can go and do our flight control checks. So, full left, see left ailerons all the way up and right ailerons all the way down, and speed brake is affected, same opposite way with right aileron and left aileron, all the way down and all the way up, see the elevators change there. Cool, zoom in for the rudder, full left, yep, that's gone to the green, and full right, that's gone to the green too, lovely, and we can go and set trim to 1.14, like so. Right, let's go set flap 1, ground spoilers armed, we'll go and set pedals connects for our taxi, APU can go off, and we can set taxi light on, and the nose, no, not nose steering, runway turn off. GSX is good and gone, so we can go and release the parking brake. Typically in the 321, oh, did I get the landing system online? I don't mean to do that. Typically in the 321, yeah, as you can tell, we're on idle, and it's just taxiing by itself. But we are heavy, so we'll just get a bit of power to get up to speed, and then we'll bring it back to idle. And two is still not taken off. Is it waiting? Is it confused with the runway elevation? No, it is moving. Unless someone just landed, and it's actually just wait for someone to land. Yeah, it did. There's a rhino that just landed. And there you go, you can tell it's below the apron altitude. Look at that, it's awesome. I don't know what the taxi procedures are, but I'm going to take a left here now and get ourselves onto taxiway something or other. What is it? Taxiway Tango. So let's go take this left turn, then we'll do a right hand turn to get ourselves into taxiway Tango. To take off runway 07 via Bravo 0.
Passengers seated at the window seat are kindly asked to open the window shades for takeoff. Thank you and enjoy your flight with us.
Awesome. So there you go, you can really see how low the runway is compared to the apron right now. It's amazing. I can't remember the first airport or Addon airport to have a slope runway using the new system. So I know Fort Lauderdale from Latin VFR had it, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like the way V5 works with using it through the AFCAT. This is totally different, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure if this is the first airport that fully utilizes it through everywhere. The new slope. You see the taxiway signs like on a slope. That's awesome. It's like pointing downwards. Yeah, this is amazing. Automatic max. Takeoff config. Cabin. I think. I don't know how you can check it. Maybe in Lufthansa they may call you up, or they'll just say cabin ready for takeoff or something like that, and that'll be good to go. So yeah, this is amazing. I know Microsoft Flight Simulator will have slope runways by default, but CNU devs can edit it themselves, as shown by digital design and P3D. You can tell the winds are so strong. Look at that windsock though. Blimey. That's just one-shot taxi. There we go. Yeah, that windsock there. It's going mad. Strong wind. Luckily there's directly towards us and not a crosswind. I mean, a crosswind would make it interesting and fun, but keep it professional. Well, actually, I don't know how the wind wouldn't keep it professional. The wind is the wind. Anyway, so yeah, I'll taxi down all the way to take off Bravo 0. What is this sign? Let's see what it says on the other side when we get past it. ATC 29er or Z9er. Oh, the aircraft has just gone down to some sort of slope. ATC Z something. I have no idea what that means. Interesting. Right. So that's Bravo 2. Next one will be Bravo 1. And then we'll be taking off Bravo 0 right at the end. Looks like there's some sort of steep thing going on. I think our aircraft just went up a hill. Like, this is very strange elevation here. It might be like this IRL. It might be all over the place. This is awesome. Okay. So check AI companion. I don't see anyone on arrival, and there is no one on arrival. So yeah, we're going to line up runway 07. Takeoff light. Sorry, Stobon. Nose takeoff, and we can get the weather on. Watch where you're going. Keep going round. Keep going round. Weather on. Predict wind shear auto. Yeah, a bit slow now. We can just look down here and auto and TARA. Lovely. So yeah, here's the biggest slope of all. Down to, well, not the biggest slope of all of the airport, I'd say. I don't know actually. But what looks awesome with the slope is when it's at night and you see all the lights. All the lights, you can really see the slopiness of the runway. It's amazing. Yeah, this cabin check isn't really happening. Sometimes his voice goes active. Like sometimes it checks it then, but I think that's just a coincidence. But it doesn't seem to be checked. And typically they would have made sure everything's done by now. It's been a while since we've taxied. Safety briefing ended, sorry. So it should be able to go. But I'm not too sure why it's not saying it's being checked. Like, dude. Check the cabin already. Anyway, let's pretend that's not there. Ecam memo, no blue. And let's get going. So yeah, seatbelt signs are on, of course. Landing lights are all on. Strobes on. If he's off. Flap and ground spoilers are in, and autobrake max if we have to do a rejected takeoff. So that's all good. Let's disconnect the pedal. No, connect the pedals back up, which activate the rudders. Hey, cabin crew prepare to take off. Lovely. Going through this checks wise. So yeah, now we've got full control of the rudder, and we can get going. Maybe I will wait for the cabin to get ticked off. I'll just skip the video for that to happen then. Okay, if you look at UTC time, the time did not really change. I literally ended the recording and it said cabin ready. So that was lovely. Good timing. So, let's get going. So let's pitch the nose down, about 50%. Let's set about 50% as well, engine thrust. Just to get the engines going. And then we'll set flex. There we go. Man flex, SRS, auto thrust blue. There is an ILS for this runway, so I don't know why it doesn't say runway, but okay. And thrust set, airspeed alive, 80 knots. 100 knots, nose central. V1. Rotate. I'm going to pull back too much because of the long aircraft. We don't want to get the tail strike. There we go. We're in the air now. Positive climb. Gear up. Gears coming up. Oh, I forgot to stop the timer. No. I mean, we've got ACARs, so that'll actually have an accurate flight time for us anyway. Gears up. Lovely. And ground spoilers disarm them. And set climb thrust. Like that. Bring the nose down for the acceleration. Like so. And there we are. So the gears up, we can get the nose landing lights off. So, because we're looking in the bright white clouds, HDR, our eyes. Our camera view is, you know, it's looking in the bright cloud. It'll get less light in the cockpit just because of the way the pupils work in the human's eye. I like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to bring out the flaps at the S speed, but then we'll overspeed. So I'm going to bring the flaps up before the S speed and risk it a bit. Interesting. So that's because of how heavy we are. Anyway, let's get the autopilot 2 on. We're flying the FOV, so autopilot 2 goes active. And we'll get ourselves up to cruise. So I'm going to remind myself our cruising altitude today. 322. It says top of climb there, but on top of climb is here. 320. Slabs, are you okay there? And we'll do an open climb, so no restrictions are going to be taken into account. Awesome. There's 3,000 feet passing, and we're past the green dot there, which means we're basically at a safe speed for our climb, which is good. So 6,000 feet standard pressure, and 10,000 feet landing lights can go off as well. Yeah, pretty heavy, 87 tons. I mean, it's heavy for an Airbus, right? I mean, it's super, super light if you're flying a 747. Big jumbo jet. You can see there's a mist layer, actually. You can tell. Like, you can tell the bit of the mountain over there. I don't know what island that is. You can tell that it's sticking out the ground. Actually, which island? Oh, it's Furton. No, it's not. It's GCLP. Oh, what airport is that? I can't remember. But yeah, you can tell, like, the mist layer, fog layer, the mountain sticking at the top. Actually, if we look back at Tenerife, there might be the same. Oh no, there's clouds in the way. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, 6,000 feet with standard pressure. Which should be the same as QNH 1013. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on with it saying top of climb is... Ah, there we go, now it's fixed itself. Awesome. So 6,000 feet, standard pressure, there's a drop us in altitude a bit. Like that. There we go. And landing lights can go off at 10,000. Just thinking as I've turned off the recording as we wait for 10,000 feet. Just looking through the clouds and see the mountain in the background. So it just slowly appears. It's like a hidden island or a secret island or a haunted. What's the correct term I'm trying to think of? Whatever. Secret island is just poking through. It's awesome. Really awesome. Yeah, that makes me wonder. Let me go quickly search up. I think it's Gran Canaria, but I could be wrong. What is it? What is this airport I'm about to go over? Yeah, it is. It is. That was correct. Gran Canaria. There we are. Awesome. We could fly the whole SID, but we could just go direct to Vasto, but we'll keep it professional. Just keep it standard. Go to 10,000 feet. There we go. Land that off. So we'll keep it standard and we'll just fly the actual star. SID, not star. Stars for the arrival. SIDs are standard instrument departures. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed our departure out to Tenerife. Enjoy the cinematics of this beautiful Lufthansa A321. And I will see you in the arrival into Munich. Is this the first time using Munich in a full flight video? I think so. And it is the brand new Simwings Pro Munich, so it's a really nice scenery as well. So yeah, enjoy the cinematics. I'll see you in the arrival, and bye bye. Hello guys, welcome back into the descent into Munich. We are just passing flight level 160 and we've literally just entered the Osda for Alpha arrival into Munich, and we are going to be transitioning to the RLS for runway 08 left today. So we've got the BTOS transition to get us there, but that's very long, so we are going to be shortening our route. Let's say there's no ATC, very little aircraft around the airspace as well, so we shouldn't be having to worry about other aircraft in the vicinity, so that is all good. So let's go and change up some routings here. Right. Let's go to this side and get a plan. 40 nautical miles will do. See BTOS, and then there's this waypoint after BTOS, which is DM472. I want to go direct to Magat there. So it's not like the Boeing, it's not as easy. I'm gonna go and delete all of these 3 waypoints by the looks of things. Yeah, these ones, like so, and then the discontinuity. I'm just going to do that like that, and then we'll go back to this mode, and you can see our route is shortened, and the VNAV is, well, actually not too bad, which is good, almost unchanged. But I guess because it needs to be below 120 at Dyson, so that could be the reason. We're going to descend down to 5,000 feet for Magat. Actually, Magat. That's a weird waypoint. Magat. We're going to add to 4,000 in fact, because by 4,000 feet, we should, I say should, be on the... Oh, I've just hit my throttle by accident. We should be on the ILS by then. Should be on the ILS at 5,000, but just to make sure, if we need to descend a bit further, we can get out to 4,000 feet until we get on the ILS. So there we are. We're just going to slow down to about 280 knots. And we're going to slow down even more when we get closer to 10,000 feet because of the speed restriction at 10,000 feet. That's below 250 knots. So we've got a company message. That company message, I am assuming, is from, well, the company. But, like, actually from the company saying that the stand we're going to be going to. So we're going to go stand to 246. So stand 246 is what we're going to be expecting in Munich today. We're going to get the weather as well, so we can get the METAR and get some messages, and we can actually go and fill out the performance page for approach. So QNH 1012. And we'll transition to that at 5,000 feet. Wind, let's go to winds, yeah, 106 knots. So 08 left is pretty good. A slight crosswind, but it's very, very shallow and not as strong. But there is variable 020 at 130, but it's 6 knots, so it's not too bad. And 26 degrees, so nice and hot. Not hot, but you know, warm coat, something that you can cope with. And let's go and put it on this display now, because we don't need the ATSU menu anymore. Right, so what we can now fill out is the minimum. So we're doing Cat 1 today, because, you know, look at that. There's like almost no cloud. Probably there is no cloud being rendered at the moment, which is interesting. It's really sunny. So, I mean, it is 26 degrees, right? We're definitely doing Cat 1, so we're doing 1667 into the barrow like so. That will get us set up for the RLS. Awesome. Let's bring out some of the speed brake here, so the aircraft catch up with that BNAV, like so. I'm wondering why would I go up to the waypoint in between BTOS and Magat, and I'm thinking maybe I'll just go and do something like that. Let's go for it. Directly from the BTOS transition to Magat. So literally skipping the whole transition. Awesome. So this is about a half speed brake, so the aircraft doesn't have to worry about being in the yellow band for the speeds, and it's just enough descent rate to get it back with the VNAV, which it is doing now. And at 5,000 feet we'll set the QNH as well. We can go and set the auto brake. We can do auto brake low today very easily, and we don't need this brake anymore, so that can go away. So yeah, the runway length at Munich is 4,000 meters. Low auto brake will be fine today, so it won't actually heat up the gear or the wheels, the brakes. In fact, the main things that heat up, yeah. So those won't heat up, and they have a lower chance of popping the tires. There's no need to put a medium auto brake, so yeah, we're doing low today. It looks like there's aircraft on approach. If there's 8 right, maybe, I don't know. There's definitely 2 aircraft sat there. We'll go to AI Companion, and those 2 aircraft are coming into 08 right, and they're both there's an A200, which is a Swiss, and there's an EasyJet A320 from Milan Penza. Nice. There's another aircraft that's just spawned in, the Lufthansa A321 coming from Madrid, landing 08 right. Okay, so apparently AI thinks 08 right is a landing runway. The past few times I landed at Munich have been 08 left, and this has been on VATSIM, so we're going to be landing 08 left, because that's what I've always landed on in VATSIM. It could be different though. In the real world, they could do both. I guess under busy conditions, they'll probably definitely do both. But yeah. Can I have sight on them? Do I? Not can I? Not really sure. Right, let's go to the landing lights on. So landing lights on, and the nose takeoff light. And let's turn off. There's 6,000 feet. I think we're going to be just behind this guy, and then ahead of this guy. I'm going to thread the needle. That's my guess. This is going to be fun. So we're going to be holding at 5,000 feet. We're actually going to decel. Because we've got no flaps out, we're going to decel to this green dot speed. So once we get to that pink or purple D, the aircraft will sit down to the green dot speed, which is just above 220 knots. And as soon as we bring out some flaps, that green dot will go, and we're going to manually manage that speed. You can see the AI actually is just there. You see the EasyJet A320. Nice. So that's the EasyJet A320. That means the Swiss A220 is back there. Nice. Let's get the line system active like that. And there's 5,000. We're going to set the count QNH, which is 1012. So. Awesome. Just had to pass 4 hours in our block time. Nice. So yeah, gonna hold ourselves at 5,000, and as I said, we're slowing down to that green dot. As we start the right turn, I will set flap 1 and we'll set 180 knots as well. Awesome. You know what? It might turn early because of the LNAV, but I'm going to go on a heading selector, and I'll just keep it going straight until we grab that localizer, and it could also give us glide step at the same time, so let's see. Could be able to do that. Yeah, both at the same time. Awesome. So 180 knots, flap 1, there we are. There's that right hand turn. And we are establishing with RARLS 08 left there. Yeah, that's kind of a sharp turn, so I'm guessing, yeah, there we go. We're going over the localizer. But that's fine, the aircraft knows what it's going to do, and it's just going to come back. Do not worry. And there is the double yellow line, so flat 2. Awesome. Right, going to quickly check out my charts, and I'm just going to check the missed approach. Missed approach is 5,000, so we'll set that in the SE, or whatever it's called in the Airbus, I've forgotten. Exactly. So yeah, approach is activated, it's in the green, so when we want to go final approach speed, we'll just click the speed in, and that'll be good. And we'll click that in at 6 miles. And also at 6 miles, we will... Actually, I think they do like 170 at 7 miles or something in Munich. like I said, like last time I was on VATSIM here. It was like 170 till 7, or no, 170 till 5. In fact, that's what it was. We're gonna go gear down now. Actually, give us that drag we need. Look at that! I can see the EasyJet landing over there. That's awesome. There it is. You zoom in, the lights get smaller. I think it's like AR Lights Professional doing that. It's really cool. It's awesome. So there we go. The gear's down, giving us that drag we need, and 170 to 5. So once we get to 5 miles, we'll set manual, automatic speed. Right, let's get on the speed brake, or spoilers in fact. So this flap is just the thing we need to get ready for the landing. So that's 5 miles. Click that in. Set flap 3. Set flap full. Speed will go down. Nose will go down initially because flaps give a lift, but it's too fast, so it's going to go down. Once it slows down, the nose will gently lift back up. Once it's got to that point, I'll bring out the autopilot once the aircraft's all stable and good to go. Awesome, so next waypoint on the ND, as you can see, is Munich, runway 08 left. Awesome. Directly at heading of 080, that's awesome.
1,000.
So there we are, aircraft's all stabilised at speed and is on the glide slope, so autopilot's coming out. Awesome. Autopilot is off, disconnected, and everything's all good, so we can go and land the plane. Into Munich. I'm going to be a bit quiet now because I can't really talk loads on landing, but I bet I'll start talking at 50 feet. Let's go for a quick wing view. Let's go back right. There we go. And then forward left. Awesome. Not way off the glide slope, am I? Yeah, a bit. Let's bring those down a tad. Not too much that we just start dropping at the sky. Plenty of runway though, so it's not too bad.
200. Minimum.
Continue. Hello, clouds. Welcome. Choose sky for you.
50, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
The throttle.
10, 5.
And bring it to the ground. There we go. Minimum reverse. Decel. On the ground. Welcome to Munich. I swear I got a landing rate of minus 123 feet per minute some other day on a full flight video before. I remember like laughing because I got 123. Oh well. Anyway, there we are. Vacating here, Alpha 10, does that say? Yeah. Alpha 10. Let's go and clear it. So landing system off, spoilers in, flaps up. Timer stop, 3 hours and 53. And land lights off, taxi and strobe off. AP can start. And T-gas can go to standby. Like so. Nose wheel steering, weather radar off. There we go. And flip windshield can go off as well. Let's get ourselves onto November. So I'll skip this taxiway. We'll take the right at the next taxiway.
We thank you for having chosen Lufthansa and Star Alliance and wish you a pleasant stay here.
Lovely.
And above all, a safe onward journey. Take care, bye bye, and auf Wiedersehen.
Okay, so once we get onto November, we can just taxi in a straight line, and I can just quickly request that gate that we got received in the Atsu from the company. Awesome. So let's just go and quickly get it again. Like so. 246. Okay, so gate. Is that an alpha? It might be an alpha. We'll see. Nope, it's here as well. So 246, and we'll go with Lufthansa. Handling by Lufthansa. Thank you. while that aircraft seems very high in approach, I think you should go for a go around. Oh, please don't just drop out the sky. Right, now I need to go find what stand 246 is on the charts. So, okay. Oh, okay, it's just there. Awesome. So we'll take a left at November 4, and we'll taxi down Oscar 2. And Oscar 2 should take us to stand 246. And yeah, that aircraft is scary. It's scaring me. But it could be fine. It could be fine. Yeah, this Simwings Pro Munich scenery is stunning. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, it's not too bad, this aircraft approach. There we go, see it. November 4. That's what we want to go. Oh no. Oh no. Let's look away. Let's look away. Yeah, so here we are, coming to the left. And then before, actually you can just about see a GSX stair just there. So that's what we're going to be parking up. And we'll continue straight. This is Oscar 2. So we've got Oscar 2, then we've got the Center 2, and then we've got Whiskey 2 as well. There's like 3 taxiways here, and the Center 2 Munich. And we're going to go on Oscar 2 to stand 246. Nice. I even did low auto brake, and the brakes still managed to get hot. It's only 315, that's not too bad. I've got the brake fans on for a bit. It's not the left brake, it's just the right brake. So I must have put the right brake on when I tried to vacate. That's probably what was happening there. So try and slow down using the left brake a bit to not give the right brake. I've got to click the start button for the APU to not give the right brake too much stress. We might have to wait for a bit for the APU to fully set up. I was doing so well through the flows, I forgot to actually click the start for the APU. Of course I did. Coming pretty slowly. Yeah, there's this Simwings thing. They've got a SOD jetway. However, they decide not to use SOD SafeDock, SafeGate, whatever they're called. So GS66 has no safe dock, and therefore it brings in a marshaller. It's telling me to go right, the SafeDock's telling me to go left. Yeah, the GSX is correct on that bit. Let's just bring it into where it says to stop, but GSX says where to center. So there we go. And actually the APU just started up, which is nice. That's good timing. APU bleed on then, and engines. Good night. Lovely. So there we are. On the blocks. Well, we would be on the blocks by once the big light goes off. Yeah, about 4 hours 10 minutes and 3 hours and 50 minutes flight time.
Cabin crew,
Cool.
all doors and park.
There we are. So we go to the Atsu init, and we'll go and fill out that in a minute. Beacon light can go off, seatbelts can go off, and I think deboarding page comes up automatically. Yep, jetway, they'll bring that over, and I'll get deboarding. I was the landing pilot, so I put my name in there, and it seems to have steadied up at 325. That's gone down now. So yeah. As soon as we are on the chocks, which means we can find out when the external power is on. So once that's on, we should... Yeah, there we go. So it's on, and then we can go and turn off the parking brake, and therefore we can turn off the brake fans because there's no... there's nothing that's going to produce any extra heat, so that should just cool down by itself passively. So... there we are. Welcome to Munich, everyone. After about 4 hours long. And yeah, this is Simwings Pro Munich. I think it's recently released on the Aerosoft store. No, I know it's recently released on the Aerosoft store. And it's like 2 weeks old or something now. Yeah. Oh, that's the Swiss A320 we saw. Well, I saw an AI companion, and we saw that its lights and approach, and on the TCAS. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching today's video, and I'll catch you next time. Next time in P3D, I think I decided what I was going to do at Tenerife, but I've already forgotten what I said then, so I'm going to have to look back at the video and see what I thought and see if it was a good idea. But yeah, next video will probably most likely be a Microsoft Flight Simulator video. It may be gameplay, it may be a chat about how I might be using P3D still, way more than I'll be using Microsoft Flight Simulator, because at the moment it's default. This is definitely not default, and loads of add-ons and lots of amazing things you can do with this. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching today's video. I'll catch you next time. Bye bye for now.